All right, good early Sunday afternoon, baseball fans here on the East Coast. It is 12:42 in the afternoon. We'll just jump right into this, getting back into a little bit of action, PC baseball, and the decade teams from the Baseball History Collection. So today, at least for one game, we're going to have the 1990s Hannes Wagners against the 1990s Mike Piazzas. So both in a two wins, two losses tie for third place. Let's get to the ballpark. Provided Action PC wants to behave itself, which it doesn't seem to be. Must be angry. I'll tell you what, let's just kill it and start it again. Sometimes Action PC gets a little bit weird. Sorry for the silence here at the beginning. Hopefully. There we go. That's a little better. All right, this will be the 1900s decade, nicknamed the Wagners against the 1990 Piazzas. So this will be Vic Willis versus Curt Schilling, both making their first start. Chilly day today here at the ballpark. We're at Target Field. It's 48 degrees and the wind speed is 3 miles per hour. In from right center field, we have light rain. Just came from Robert's first wild card game, Tigers Mariners. So definitely check that out. Cards and Dice inside pitch, and let's get to it. Play ball. All right, leading off, Hannes Wagner. Wagner hitting 800 very, very early in the season. This is only game 5. So, but Wagner already with a home run, 2 runs batted in, and a stolen base. Schilling has finished his warm-up pitches, and let's get going. We'll look at the starting defense here in a minute. Schilling delivers, and a rip and a miss by Hannes Wagner. So Curt Schilling picks up the strikeout. In left field for the Piazzas, it's Albert Bell. In center, Kirby Puckett. In right, Larry Walker. From first to third, Jeff Bagwell, Robbie Alomar, Barry Larkin, Robin Ventura, Mike Piazza. Behind the plate and on the mound, Curt Schilling. And hey, there you go. After watching RGL stream, you had to turn the volume up. Oh my goodness. So how you doing, David? I know you're just stopping by to say hi, but thank you. So once I am going to get into Inside Pitch, at least the PC game, so I'll be going back to watch a lot of your videos and Robert's to learn more of the inside outs of the game. I think I'm finally convinced. At least I can play a season from the mid 50s until Chris gets into the older seasons. All right. And so, batting now, Chick Stahl. Chick Stahl, 1 for 2 on the young season. Schilling has the sign from Mike Piazza. Here is the wind and the 0-2 pitch. And Chick Stahl sends this one deep to left. Bell tracking it back. And short of the track makes the catch. So, 2 up, 2 down for Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie 4 for 14 in the season, hitting .286. Schilling wheels and deals. The 1-2 pitch fastball to Lajoie. This one sent high and deep to left. Puckett back and a leap and grab at the wall. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Hey, there's MV. I'm sorry I missed you yesterday, MV. I knew that you jumped into my stream when I was talking about that new quick start in Out of the Park Baseball, which is superb. It is superb. Forget the one that comes with the game. Get this one. It's great. So go in the Out of the Park forums, pick it up. All right, let's look at the starting defense here now for the Hannes Wagners. In left field, it'll be John Anderson. In center, Chicky Stahl. There he is, MV's guy. In right, Buck Freeman. Around the horn from first to third, it'll be Fred Tenney, Napoleon Lajoie, Hannes Wagner, Jimmy Collins, Roger Bresnahan catching, and getting the spot start today on the mound, Vic Willis, Hall of Fame pitcher, late of the Braves, and spent some time with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Willis making his first start of the year. Robbie Alomar steps in, off to an 8 for 17 start with 2 runs batted in. And Willis delivers to Alomar. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And this one, Bresnahan dropped the ball on strike 3, but fires down to Fred Tenney for out number 1 to get the speedy Robbie Alomar. And here's Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett, he is 6 for 18, hitting .333 with 5 runs batted in and a home run. Willis deals the 1-0 pitch to Puckett. This one chopper to second, Lajoie range to his right, barehands it and on to Fred Tenney for the 4-3 putout. And out number 2, Todd V joining us here at Target Field. He says, just finished cutting the grass on the day off. That's why I did it yesterday. It's raining here in the Commonwealth of PA. So good to see you guys in here. And we shall continue. And again, you want to check out Robert's network. He is RGO Network. Just finished the Mariners-Tigers wild card game. It was a good one. It got interesting. So no spoilers. Here's Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell off to a 4 for 17 start, hitting .235. Bagwell with 2 home runs, 4 ribbies, and 5 runs scored. Willis kicks and deals, full count, curveball. This one missing, a little bit outside, and Jeff Bagwell is aboard. So Jeff Bagwell with 19 steals last season is a threat to run. Here is Larry Walker, bona fide slugger, but off to a slow start. Walker hitting just .133. No home runs, no RBI yet for Larry Walker. Willis checks the runner, and the 2-0 delivery, curveball. And Walker sends this one to center field, but Chick Stahl has it in his sights, and he will pull it down for out number 3. So we have just a bunch of zeros everywhere. Let's go to the top of the second here at Target Field. And the Wagners will send up Freeman, Tenney, and Bresnahan. Buck Freeman hitting .375, so 6 for 16 overall, triple, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. He is batting in the cleanup spot. Curt Schilling deals the 1-2 pitch, and this one a little split fastball, popped high in foul territory behind the plate. Piazza measuring it and makes the play. All right, 1 away now for the first baseman, Fred Tenney. Fred Tenney 0 for 1 in the young season. Schilling fires it in. Here's the 0-2. Tenney swings in this fastball, chopper to first. Bagwell waves off Schilling and will take it to the bag himself for out number 2. And stepping in now, the Duke of Tralee, catcher Roger Bresnahan. Roger Bresnahan getting his first plate appearance of the season. Schilling with the 1-2 delivery, and this one a splitter, line to center. Kirby Puckett makes the grab. So the Wagners go quietly, and we go to the bottom of the second, and we are scoreless here. As Todd B says that his tribe moved on to the tourney. Yeah, that was a ass whooping. We'll be back with that tonight. Pardon me. We will be back with more of the sub 500 team, and yeah, and Joe Charbonneau was the hero of that game. Of course, we ended up doing a doubleheader that night. So, and the Boston Braves absolutely got obliterated in that one too. So, but yep, the tribe moves on. All right, Mike Piazza, Albert Bell, and Barry Larkin to bat here for the Piazzas in the bottom of the second. Again, guys, this is an older subset of the Baseball History Collection decade teams. This is like probably my favorite subset of this great product from DK Sports. All right, Vic Willis deals. He has a strikeout and a walk thus far in the game. Chilly day here in Minnesota. 2-1 pitch. Piazza skies this one to center field, and Chicky Stahl, knowing that MV is in the park, looking to scout him possibly for Shanks 4. Draft is next weekend, is my understanding. 1 up, 1 down now for Albert Bell. So Albert with a home run, 4 runs batted in, hitting 250. Willis with the 1-1 pitch, spitball. This one line to left, and making the catch out there is John Anderson. So 2 up, 2 down now for Barry Larkin. Larkin hitting just 154 in the young season. 1 run batted in. Vic Willis winds and fires, curveball, and this one Larkin tried to get out of the way, but it was a little hammer that plunked him right on the ankle, but he's fine. So Larkin aboard with 2 down, and it brings up third baseman Robin Ventura hitting 214 with a run batted in. Willis steals, and there goes Barry Larkin. The throw down by Bresnahan, the tag by Wagner, and they will not get the speedy Barry Larkin. So the Piazzas have one in scoring position. The Piazzas, a team of players, the best players from the 1990s, and the Wagners, best players from the first decade of the 20th century. Robin Ventura back in the box now, waiting for the Willis delivery. Here's the 1-0 fastball. Ventura swings, bounding ball to short. Wagner taking it on the high hop, close play, and Ventura is safe. They throw home, and Larkin is safe. What a play. So Barry Larkin scores the first run. Wagner taking a weird high bounce there at short, fires his throw on to Tenney, not able to get Ventura, and good heads up running by Barry Larkin to score the first run. So the Piazzas now lead here in the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. So, yeah, nice. So Todd B says he picked up the 2023 version of Action PC, and with the upgrade and on sale, only $14. You cannot beat that. Absolutely great game. And way to go, Todd. All right, hopefully you're set up. So for anybody that has the baseball history collection, I'm hoping Dave wouldn't have a problem with this. Let me know, and I can zip up this decades file. He hasn't done this one since 2017, and it is about time to do it. So, doing this on the honor system. If you have the baseball history collection, it's something that you could create yourself, but let me know if you want it. All right, Ventura at first base, and here comes Curt Schilling now. There is no DH in this league. Vic Willis delivers the 1-2 pitch to Schilling, and Schilling grounds this one to first. Fred Tenney will take it to the bag himself to retire the side. However, the Mike Piazzas get 1 run and 1 hit, no errors. We've played 2 here at Target Field, and it's the 1990s Piazza 1 and the 1900s Wagner's nothing. Leading it off here will be Jimmy Collins, followed by John Anderson and Vic Willis. Yeah, right. Baseball Demo says every time he hears Chicky, he thinks of Chick Gandil. Certainly Chick Stahl, a little better reputation, although a very sad ending to his life. All right, so Jimmy Collins leads it off. Jimmy Collins acquired from the Boston Red Sox. Collins making his first plate appearance today. Curt Schilling ready to deal. He has struck out 1 batter thus far in the game. Here's the pitch. Jimmy Collins takes this fastball. High fly ball to left. Bell tracking it back short of the track makes the catch for 1 down. Wrong picture of John Anderson here. Need to switch it or need to fix that up. John Anderson also making his first plate appearance. Schilling kicks and deals the 1-2 pitch. Anderson lines a fastball down the first base line, and this one will bounce into the seats foul. Bagwell giving chase. The count 1-2. Schilling deals to Anderson, and this one split fastball picking up strikeout number 2. So 2 away here now for the pitcher Vic Willis. Last year hit 177 with 7 runs batted in. Schilling deals the 1-2 pitch, split fastball, and that will take care of Vic Willis in the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. The 1990s 1 and the 1900s nothing. Both of these teams coming into today's game with 2 wins and 2 losses. Robbie Alomar, we're back at the top of the order now for the 1990s squad, and he struck out. Vic Willis ready to deal. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. Little roller to short. Wagner, with plenty of time, fires to Fred Tenney to retire Alomar for the 2nd time in the game. So 1 away now for Kirby Puckett. He grounded to second back in the first. Willis winds and deals. 2-2 pitch. Fastball. This one bounced up the first base line. Tenney will take this 3 unassisted. So Kirby Puckett, second out of the inning. That's right, no DH. Damn right, no DH. All right, here comes Jeff Bagwell now. Bagwell walked back in the first. Payoff pitch to Bagwell, and the curveball missing high and inside. So Bagwell aboard. Bagwell walked his last time up and walked now. So here's Larry Walker, 0-for-1. Gave it a ride to deep left center. Willis checks the runner, toes the rubber, deals home. Walker, and here's the throw down. Bagwell was going for 2, and he has it. So the 1990s team playing the stolen base game right now. Bagwell in scoring position with 2 away. Walker back in the box. The count 0-1. Curveball, Walker swings on this one, fly ball center field, and Chick Stahl making an over-the-shoulder catch in center field to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 3 here at Target Field. The Piazzas 2 and the Wagners 1. Back at the top of the order for the Wagners, and it is the team's namesake, and he struck out back in the first. The Flying Dutchman in the box. Schilling has the sign, has already whiffed 3 in this game. 2-1 pitch to Wagner. Curveball, line to third, and Ventura has it. Looks like Wagner turned an ankle, was kind of limping going down the line. But the report from the clubhouse, it's all right. Wagner's staying in the game, spitting some tobacco juice on it. All right, 1 away now for Chick Stahl. Fly to deep left. Schilling winds and fires the 1-2. Fastball, and this one catching the inside corner. Beautiful pitch by Curt Schilling, so that's his 4th strikeout of the game. 2 down here now for Napoleon Lajoie. Fly to very deep left center last time up. Schilling, 2-1 pitch, fastball, and Lajoie scorches this to right. Larry Walker taking it on a hop, fires quickly into Robbie Alomar to hold Lajoie to a single. So first hit for the Wagners in the game coming in the 4th. So Schilling's mini no-hitter broke up. Right fielder Buck Freeman, who popped to the catcher last time. Schilling throws over. Lajoie dives in. Safe ahead of Bagwell's tag. It's Cooney, welcome in. Baseball Demos hitting it out of the park there with that observation. DH first up in Ruining Modern Baseball, followed by Interleague Play and Steroids. So Tabby made an appearance yesterday on baseball, or David's broadcast. It's always awesome to see Tabby. All right, Schilling delivers to Buck Freeman. Here's the pitch. The 1-1 line to third, and Robin Ventura busy out there at third base. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tight ball game here. The Piazzas 1 and the Wagners 0. Mike Piazza, Albert Bell, and Barry Larkin to bat in the number 5, 6, 7 slots. Piazza last time fly to left center. Vic Willis with 1 strikeout, 2 walks. The 0-2 pitch to Piazza. Piazza swings in the fastball, high fly ball center field. Chick Stahl says, my name's on that ball, and he pulls it in and tucks it away. 1 up, 1 down now. Albert Bell lined to left in the 2nd. He stands in. Willis deals the 0-1. Bell swings, fly ball to center. Chick Stahl earning his paycheck. So 2 up, 2 down, and here's Barry Larkin, who was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He would steal and eventually score. Willis deals the 1-2 pitch, fastball to Larkin, and rip and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. They go in order. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and this game's still 1-0. So good to see you guys coming in here. And again, Todd picking up. If you have a previous edition of Action PC, pick it up, and with the upgrade, it will cost you $14 for one of the best baseball simulators on the market. All right, Fred Tenney is 0-for-1. He grounded to first back in the 2nd. Schilling with the 2-1 pitch. Tenney swings. This one, bounding ball to Larkin. Hurries his throw to first. And they get Fred Tenney by a gnat's eyelash. So 1 up, 1 down here. The Wagners, each team with only 1 hit. Bresnahan line to center. So the Duke of Tralee stands in on the right-hand side against Curt Schilling, who has the sign from Mike Piazza. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swinging on the first pitch, changeup, fly ball deep to center. Kirby Puckett makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Jimmy Collins. So Schilling in a real groove today. Collins flied out. his last time up. Schilling toes the rubber, and the 1-1 pitch fastball swung on. This one popped in the infield. Alomar and Bagwell, but Alomar calling off Bagwell in the shallow outfield grass to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it is 1-0. How do you move seasons over to the new version? Pretty simple. If you have everything in your DK Sports data directory already, which you should, it should automatically do it. It should automatically do it. If not, I'll show you there is a way that you can import seasons. But I think it's always a good idea to have everything in your DK Sports directory. That way, every year when you buy this, and again, guys, Action PC Baseball 2024 will be due out in about 2 months from today, actually. So it usually releases around mid-December. But the DK Sports data directory, every version of your game will point to that as long as that directory stays there. There's Big Clue. If I would, well, I can't. I've never tried Fall Classic Baseball, so Comfort Zone, David, for me, would probably be APA, the master game, because that's what I used to play most when I was an undergrad. But I'm hearing a lot of cool things about both Fall Classic and PC Replay, or regular Replay Baseball, which I don't know. I would say right off the rip, though, David, it would definitely be APA master game. Now, again, watching you and Robert play Inside Pitch, if and when 1908 or some dead ball seasons would become available, I would play it in Inside Pitch after watching how you and Robert do it. But I know Chris, I guess he's got to work on different sources and stuff when you're going pre-1950s baseball. So I'll be patient. Watching you guys play it gives me my fix. Is watching Bernie, I can watch him do replay. But really kind of psyched to get back into cards and dice, at least in a hybrid manner. Which means I'm also going to have to install Digital Diamond Baseball, which is fine. As a nice scorekeeper, watching Dwayne Martz and how that works with APA, it's beautiful. Robin Ventura, infield single that scored Barry Larkin back in the 2nd. Vic Willis winds and deals 0-2 fastball. Ventura, hopper to Lajoie. Lajoie fires to Tenney for the 4-3 putout. So 1 away now for Curt Schilling. And Schilling grounded to first back in the 2nd. Willis wheels and deals the 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. This one lined right to Napoleon Lajoie for out number 2. We're back at the top of the order. Robbie Alomar has struck out and grounded out in this game. Willis working quickly, the 0-2 fastball, and Robbie Alomar scorches a line drive base hit to right field. Buck Freeman gets it into Napoleon Lajoie quickly. So 2 away, Alomar aboard at first, and it brings up Kirby Puckett. Kirby's grounded out twice. Willis throws over. Alomar dives back, and he is safe ahead of the Fred Tenney tag. Willis peers in, has the sign from the Duke of Tralee. Here is the 2-0 delivery. Curveball to Puckett. Fly ball left field. This one high, this one deep, and this one is off the wall. Robbie Alomar will come in to score. Kirby Puckett will stop at second with the RBI double. And the Piazzas now add another one here in the bottom of the 5th, and they lead 2-0. Here's Jeff Bagwell now. Bagwell walked twice in this game, so seeing Willis very well. Willis with the 1-2 delivery to Bagwell. Fastball, fly ball center field, and it will be Chick Stahl short of the track to end the inning. However, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We've played 5 here at Target Field, and it's the Piazzas 2 and the Wagners nothing. Due up will be John Anderson, Vic Willis, and Hannes Wagner. John Anderson struck out back in the 3rd. The 2-1 pitch from Schilling, fastball, and this one, great leaping grab at 3rd by Robin Ventura. 1 up, 1 down now for the pitcher, Vic Willis, who struck out in the 3rd. Schilling working quickly too. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Schilling picks up strikeout number 5, and we swing around to the top of the order and Hannes Wagner steps in. So right now, Schilling holding this first decade of the 19th or 20th century team to just one hit. Wagner has struck out and lined to third. So these teams tied for third place in the league at 2 wins, 2 losses. Schilling brings it home. Wagner swinging on the first pitch, fly ball to right. Walker giving chase and makes the running catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Piazzas 2, Wagner's nothing. It will be Larry Walker, Mike Piazza, and Albert Bell. Walker has flied out both times to deep left center. Willis deals the 1-1 pitch. Fastball foul back. Count 1-2. Willis delivers again. Fastball. Walker looks at a called strike 3. So 1 away now for Pennsylvania Mike Piazza. He has flied out both times up. Willis with the 1-2. Fastball swung on. Fly ball shallow center. Anderson coming in makes the running catch. 2 up, 2 down now. Albert Bell. He is lined to left and flied to deep left center. The 2-2 pitch from Willis. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Vic Willis picks up strikeout number 4. We head to the 7th here in a very fast-moving game. And the score remains the Piazzas 2 and the Wagners nothing. So Bart, he says, is it worth upgrading over 2020? Yes, I'm going to show you one thing really quickly, Bart, why you should do it. Yeah, hide the dice and the kitties. How about that? So Bart, this is something that's really, really, really cool. All right. If I go to Chick Stall here, all right, you're gonna see a new screen. So you know, Bart, that when you're playing Action PC Baseball, you click on either your whoever you want to switch out. So right now, let's say I wanted to pinch hit for Chick Stall, which I don't. What you will see here is all the left-handed hitters on your bench, right-handed hitters and switch hitters. But what it also is going to do is show you how that hitter is going to do against Curt Schilling in terms of hit percentages, doubles, triple percentage, homer percentage, so on and so forth. Also, how he would do against a lefty coming in. But also, you can select any of these pitchers, and you will see how Chick Stall would go against, let's say, Doug Jones if he was brought in, or Brian Harvey, right? Trevor Hoffman. For my money, this alone is worth the upgrade because you can use this outside of the game when you're creating leagues, creating rosters to try to get really, really granular. So that's just going to take the raw stats. Now, in game, what it does, you can see down here, outcome percentages may change based on base situation and pitcher clutch rating. I've never seen this in a baseball game before. Some people say, well, that's sort of cheating, but modern baseball managers have this information as well. So while I think John McGraw was the greatest manager of all time, yeah, he didn't have this, but I'll bet you if McGraw did, he might have used it. So there are other enhancements, of course, as well, which I can't show you from, here, but like importing mods. So if you have a customized league, it's very easy to move, like your ballpark assignments and ballpark layouts and everything. Really easy from one year to the next. So, you know what, baseball demos, you're going to love that book. Crazy 08 is definitely, and it's a must read. So I think, yeah, happy belated Roberto Clemente. That was yesterday. The great one. And yeah, Bart, it's $14 to upgrade it, man. So yes, this is definitely a much better, it's a great upgrade. Again, just for that analysis tool alone, it's amazing. All right, Chicky Stall here, and these guys, nothing for 2. He's flied out and struck out. Top of the 7th here, Curt Schilling with the 0-2 delivery, fastball, and Stall just a little roller to Barry Larkin. Larkin having to run some to get to this ball and does not make the play. So Chick Stall gets the infield single, I think Chick Stahl was thinking I was going to pull him for a pinch hitter. So Stahl with 20 steals last season, nobody out. Second base hit now for the Wagners. Tying run comes to the plate. Napoleon Lajoie with 7 home runs last year, and he batted in 104. Lajoie, who was the terror of the Ned McGreevy League, and we'll see who gets Lajoie next time. The McGreevy League going to be very different this time. Anyhow, he is flied out and singled. So Chick Stahl has one of the 2 hits and Lajoie the other. Schilling checks Stahl at first. And here is the pitch. There goes Stahl. Hit and run was on. Base hit to left field. Stahl rounding second, and he will make third. So the hit and run tactics working. The dead ball team now playing some small ball. And here comes Buck Freeman. One of the things I think, you're very welcome, Bart. One of the things that I think you'll like, David, about Crazy 08 is it not only is a retelling of the season, but you get a sense of what is going on, kind of in a sense of history, right? So what's going on in America, in 1908. And the book is an absolute blast. Even if you're not a fan of Dead Ball, this is even going out on a limb, I would say, and many agree with me, one of the best baseball books ever written, full stop. So, I'd thought about having a sort of, but I guess it'd be kind of boring, but that's all right. All my broadcasts are boring. I'm thinking about starting up a kind of baseball book club where we can kind of just talk about some of the books we have read, we are reading, we want to get, and why. And this can be anything from the, reference books to biographies to, books like The Boys of Summer, like Crazy 08, Summer of Whiskey and Beer, things like that. So I know a lot of folks here. Also, to extend it, maybe talk about some interesting articles you might have come across on Saber, or some interesting things you found. So, a way to talk about baseball, because we talk, these games are a great adjunct to learning the game, but not the only way. So also maybe baseball films. So I don't know yet. A little bit of baseball literacy and fun. Definitely think about it. Yeah. One thing's for sure, as Big Clue says, however boring your broadcasts get, they'll never be as boring as whatever our significant others want us to talk about. A left-handed compliment there by Big Clue. All right, Chick Stahl at third, Napoleon Lajoie at first, and here's Buck Freeman. Freeman in this broadcast is popped catcher, line to third. Schilling from the stretch, full count to Freeman, fastball, and that fastball missing. And the bases are loaded for first baseman Fred Tenney. He is grounded out twice. Schilling deals the 0-1 pitch, curveball. Fred Tenney swings. This one fouled, first base side. Alomar giving chase toward the seats and just out of play. The count runs to 0-2 on Fred Tenney. Schilling from the stretch. And swing and a miss. Big strikeout, number 6 there for Curt Schilling. Bases remain loaded. Chick Stahl at third, Napoleon Lajoie at second, Buck Freeman at first, and here is Roger Bresnahan. So, here we go. The Duke of Tralee would like to get something going here now. Just down 2 runs here in the 7th. He is lined out and flown out. Schilling deals with the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on. Fly ball center field coming in shallow, and this is Kirby Puckett tagging at third, and coming in to score is Chicky Stahl. And this lead cut in half now. The Wagners behind 1 run. It's 2-1. And here's third baseman Jimmy Collins. Nap Lajoie at second. Buck Freeman trailing him at first. Jimmy has flied out and popped out. Schilling with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball. Jimmy Collins, liner to left field. And that will end the inning as Albert Bell makes the catch. Middle of the 7th. It's 2-1 in favor of the Piazzas. He could very well have been Big Clue. Letters to, yes, absolutely. I think Ken Castro would love that. Although I sense that Ken's tastes run a little more than the relatively safe Penthouse, but absolutely. Let's say that Ken's taste may run to the tastefully exotic. All right. All right, here we go. Bottom of the seventh. It's going to be Barry Larkin, Robin Ventura, and Curt Schilling. Just do a quick check for you guys. I know it's F-ball day, so not the best day to be broadcasting baseball. But there you go. I just want to make sure nobody was doing anything else right now, except some dude on a show called Talkin' Mets. For RPG players, big reveal, by the way. This is non-baseball related. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is due for release next autumn. And the first one's still being played. Awesome game. So, set in the World of Darkness universe. So, going to be excited about that one. All right, back to baseball. Because when I think of vampires, I love vampires. And I want an army of vampires to attack the zombie army that is the baseball commissioner's office, because vampires are infinitely cooler than zombies. I don't know why, but they are. Barry Larkin was hit by a pitch and struck out. Vic Willis now, looking at his pitching line through 6, he has K'd 4 and BB'd 2. Willis deals to Larkin. Barry Larkin swinging the first pitch, and Jimmy Collins diving stop at third, up from the knees, throws to Fred Tenney for the 5-3 putout, and a hell of a play out there by Jimmy Collins at third to get Larkin, who has superb speed, going down the line. Here's Robin Ventura now. Robin is 1 for 2. Infield single, that was an RBI that scored Barry Larkin back in the second, and he grounded to second in the fifth. Willis kicks and deals the 1-2 fastball. Ventura, swing and a miss, can't catch up to the Willis old-fashioned country heat. 2 up, 2 down now, and here's Curt Schilling. Curt Schilling lined out his last time up. The 1-1 pitch, fastball, Schilling bounding ball to third. Jimmy Collins makes this one look routine. Plenty of time, fires on to Fred Tenney for the 5-3 putout. We go to the 8th. Good tight ball game here. The Piazzas 2, the Wagners 1. The Piazzas 2-3-0. The Wagners 1-3-0. The Wagners have stranded 3. The Piazzas 4. Scoring in this game, 1 for the Wagners in the 7th, and for the Piazzas, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th. John Anderson, Vic Willis, and Hannes Wagner will bat here. I think that is where he first learned to shuck corn. Big Lou says, tastefully exotic, you mean? Scantily clad Filipino mentor. He serves the Spanish-American War. Oh, man, I love it. Cousin Ken not in here. He would love it, right? All right, John Anderson, nothing for 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Curt Schilling picks up his 7th K of the game, and here's Vic Willis. Schilling sets and fires the 1-2 pitch. Willis swings. This one bounding ball to Larkin. Larkin to Bagwell. And that's out number 2 back at the top of the order. Wagner flied out his last time up. Flying Dutchman in the box now. Schilling has the sign from Mike Piazza. The 2-1. Fastball. Scorched to center. Base hit. Wagner tearing for second. And he will make it. Kirby Puckett getting to the ball quickly. But Wagner making the cut there at first. Gets into second ahead of the tag. All right, so the tying run is aboard with 2 down for the Wagners, and it brings up Chick Stahl. Chicky 1 for 3, infield single back in the 7th. Schilling ready to deal. A check of the speedy Wagner back at second. 48 steals last season. The 1-1 pitch. Stahl swings. Fly ball, right field. Walker toward the line and makes the catch, and the Wagners are turned away. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The score remains the Piazzas 2, the Wagners 1. Robbie Alomar back at the top of the order, Kirby Puckett, and Jeff Bagwell. So Robbie last time lined a single over second base. The next tosser game is tonight. It will be tonight, and since Roberts, well, you guys are used to me coming on late. I was gonna say since RGL Network isn't broadcasting, I was thinking about coming on maybe around 8 o'clock to do that because we're gonna do a double header. They go really quickly since it's single elimination. So I'll post in Discord. I would like to start earlier and get the 2 games in and done comfortably. But that will be tonight, and we will fire up after this game and see who plays tonight. All right. Vic Willis deals the 1-2 pitch curveball to Robbie Alomar, and this one stroked right, base hit. Buck Freeman up with it, fires into Napoleon Lajoie, and the speedy Alomar is aboard for Kirby Puckett. Puckett with an RBI double that scored Robbie Alomar back in the 5th, giving the Piazzas their second run. Willis throws over Alomar back in plenty of time. Willis peers home and deals the 0-2 pitch. Fastball and a big strikeout. This one in for a strike. And that one is Willis' 6th strikeout. So 1 down brings up the dangerous Jeff Bagwell. He has walked twice, wide to deep center. The 1-1 pitch from Willis. Bagwell cuts on the curveball. Fly ball center field. Chick Stahl ranging over to his right makes the catch. Alomar tagging and fakes going to second, but he will remain at first. 2 away now. Larry Walker struck out his last time out and flown out twice. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Larry Walker. Spitball, and that one in there for a called strike 3. And that is strikeout number 7 for Vic Willis. So both pitchers pitching a gem, but the Wagners, pardon me, wasting a couple opportunities. Head to the 9th here, down 2-1, and it will be the number 3, 4, 5 hitters in the lineup: Napoleon Lajoie, Freddie Freeman, and Fred Tenney. Buck Freeman. What am I thinking? Freddie Freeman. Whatever. Anyhow, Napoleon Lajoie has 2 singles in the day, so 2 of the 4 hits of the Wagners belong to the great Napoleon Lajoie. Schilling with the 0-2 delivery. Fastball. Lajoie sends this one to left field. This one is high. Puckett back at the track. Makes the catch. Lajoie gave it a ride, but 1 away here now for Buck Freeman. Buck Freeman, his last time, walked. Schilling at 114 pitches. The 1-0 delivery. Freeman swings on the split fastball and routine fly ball to Kirby Puckett. And that's out number 2, and it's down to Fred Tenney, who has grounded out twice and struck out. Schilling with the 1-1 delivery. Curveball, this should be your ball game. Harmless grounder to second. Alomar to Bagwell, that retires the side. The Piazzas edge the Wagners 2-1 in this one. So a lot of fun here. Vic Willis falls to 0-1. Curt Schilling 1-0 here on a chilly, rainy day here at Target Field. Vic Willis went 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 2, struck out 7. And for Curt Schilling, 9 innings, 1 run, it was earned also, and he walked 1 and struck out 7. So really an excellent performance by both pitchers. Looking at some miscellaneous, the stolen bases, surprisingly, both on the side of the 1990s Piazzas, Barry Larkin and Jeff Bagwell. The MVP of the game, Curt Schilling, game-winning RBI. Robin Ventura, error-free game on this one. We had 1-hit batsman, and that's that. So looking at the standings right now, after this thing wants to refresh, give it a minute, and then we'll go into out of the park baseball. Yeah, definitely tough team. Hey, there's John Haber. Always great to see John Haber here. Guys, this guy's awesome. Love John Haber. Such an intelligent man. Great baseball fan. He says, still having trouble connecting. Sent an email and got delivery incomplete. Yeah, go ahead, John. You can do that. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot. That's certainly true. All right, so the 1940s squad, and again, this is very, very early, so we have a four-way tie for first. The decades, I'm just going to do the decades. I'm not going to worry about the baseball player names I've put them to right now. I should actually fix that. But anyhow, the 1940s, 70s, 2000s, and 1910s all in first place. Then we've got a bit of a sole possession of second place is the 1990s. The 1990s or the 1980s and the 1920s sharing then at 2 and 2, and then the 1900s 2 and 3. Then the 1960s, 30s, 50s, and 1800s are at 1 and 3. All right, John, let me grab this. Whoops, let me grab this, and I will initiate communication with you, my good friend. 1 second here while I make a new text document, and we'll call this John Haber. Boom, there we go. And let's put this email in here. That way I can shoot you an email and save this. And then let's get that out of the chat so that we don't have any damn bots coming in. All right. Come on, come on, come on. So it's a really, really weird thing. If I could have one of my mods, because from my control end, I can't actually get rid of that. Could somebody just hover over the three dots and knock out John Haber's email? Or John, you can even do it yourself. Okay? The Professional Pickleball League. All right, so I said that we would bring up. I just want to see who else is on tap here before we leave this and get done, so you guys can get on to the F ball, and I'm guessing there's some Major League Baseball on today as well. So 1940s and 50s, that would be fun. 1910s and 1980s, 20s and 60s. So good games on tap here. I'm looking for some. I'm not seeing. Well, actually, Red Faber, Sandy Koufax would be pretty good. Rudolph versus Frank Tanana, we haven't seen yet. Guy Hecker versus Jim Palmer, if we want to do the 19th century. Billy Pierce against Claude Passot today in the 50s and 40s. All right, anyhow, let us bring up Steam. So let's take a minute. And then we'll get out of here. I don't want to waste any more time for anybody. Let's see who's playing in baseball right now. So today we have Tampa Bay, Baltimore. That's a big series there. Meaningless series, Boston and Toronto, really. Reds, Mets, Texas, Cleveland, Atlanta and Miami, and the New York Yankees and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So really the big game here today, I think. Tampa Bay, Baltimore. So we'll see. We'll see. Looking at the standings here, I know this has got to be tough for Robert Wartburg. His Rangers, though, they're only a half game back of the hated Houston Astros. It looks like the Seattle Mariners have faded, but still 1.5 backs. That AL West, I always think of the AL West as kind of a weak division, but pretty strong, man. Pretty strong. Let me make sure that this is showing what I want it to show. And it should be showing Steam. Yep, there's Steam. Good. Yeah, the Indians are done. They definitely are done. Yeah, so Minnesota. So the AL Central, really not terribly exciting there. And my God, the poor Kansas City Royals. Geez, only one game better than the Oakland A's. God, what happened there in Kansas City? So Atlanta already has the NL East locked up, and the Dodgers in the NL West. So my Pirates in a 2-game winning streak. The Cubs have lost 4. Big Clues Reds winning 2. The Brewers, it really looks like the Brewers the Cubs aren't going to be able to catch them. I just don't see that happening. I'd like to be wrong because, don't like them. But there you go. But my Pirates, And it's pretty sad when you have to think about this, but at least we're not going to lose 100 games this year. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. But wow. That AL East was nuts, right? So you have the New York Yankees finishing above 500. In fact, 4 of the 5 teams in the American League East this year finish above 500, and not even close. So Tampa Bay and Baltimore. I'm rooting for Baltimore. I am rooting for the Baltimore Orioles. I think that's partially because, the Pirates, we've played them in 2 World Series, and plus Baltimore is much closer to where I live than Tampa Bay. Yeah, what happened with Kansas City? Jeez. All right, let's go into out of the park baseball. Actually, we could do one of the games right now on the MV Tosser League if you guys want. It's up to you. I am going to close off Action PC to save some resources. Strangely, Action PC Baseball is not, it's not very well optimized. So you'd think it would be, but it's not. All right, it's an out of the park load. Rainy day here in the Commonwealth. It's a day for baseball, a day for reading, napping, shagging, whatever it is you want to do. So, all right. So here we go. Let's go to not the Myths League. By the way, for you guys that might have missed it, I did show a new all-time great file that you really, really, really should get. It's better than the one that comes with the game, and at least until I want to make my own. This one, it's like massive. It includes like 8,000 players, so a lot of teams, a lot of players. You could make up a whole another league from it. Whatever, it's just great. But let's see what's going on in the MV Tosser League. So this is a single elimination tournament inspired by Bernie Strom and Tex Ags, who suggested that this be a single elimination tournament. So you can always get around the team name in out of the park baseball except in tournaments. For some reason, there's no way you cannot change the Guardian's name. But in what if leagues, like mixing different teams or season replays, you can. But you can't do it. Tournaments are like its own thing. All right, so let's look at the matchups here in this. So the Indians defeat the 1965 Cardinals, and they will go on in round 2 to face the 1973 Yankees. The other game that we played, the 1968 Phillies handily took care of the 1935 Braves. So the Phillies will go on to face another Braves team, and it will be the 1984 Atlanta Braves. So then the other game will be the 1933 Tigers, 1968 Mets. The teams getting the bye, the 1973 Yankees, 87 Red Sox, 73 Pirates, and 84 Braves. So of round 1, what we have available are the Mariners versus Cubs or Tigers versus Mets. You guys want to choose one, we can do it. So, or we can just end the broadcast right here. That's simple, simple, simple. Right. Well, and again, everything else, Big Clue, is customizable game, except there's something about the tournament part of out of the park baseball that it's not customizable. It will bring in the proper logos, but because of the Guardians, right? Again, if this was a season replay, I could go back. It would be a pain in the ass. So go back to, like, say, out of the park 21 or 22, create this tournament, and then bring the file all the way forward, and then it would be the Indians. But for a tournament, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I know. So Larian Studios, boy, we got to have us an RPG chat. Big Clue says, and now I'll get to your question, Todd. Larian Studios handling of Baldur's Gate 3 is really putting other companies to shame. Someone asked their CEO, what do you think of all these mods out there? And he said, I love it. Do what you want. Yeah, Larian's amazing. And if you guys have ever played Divinity Original Sin, those 2 games, which they're monstrously huge. The second one, until Baldur's Gate 3 came along, called possibly the greatest CRPG of all time. I still haven't picked up Baldur's Gate 3 yet, But man, I've watched a ton of videos on it, and I can't wait to jump into that bad boy. But Larian is fantastic. And another company that deserves a lot of love is Hello Games, and how they have handled No Man's Sky, it's become something just brilliant, mind-boggling. Todd B asking, what are the choices again? 1987 Mariners versus the 1973 Cubs, or the 1933 Tigers versus the 1968 Mets. Oh yeah, Larian is just a great. Yeah, in the sim world, that would be Dave Cook, and I would say for in general PC gaming, again, it would be Sean Moraine, Hello Games. But Larian is great, Belgian developer. These guys are fantastic. Another good one, and I know you like the game, Big Clue. So Age of Wonders 4 Triumph Studios is excellent, and they listen to players' feedback. I'll tell you who's sucking it up as usual is Blizzard. How much you're hearing about Diablo 4 these days? People are going back to other action RPGs. I went back to Walson and Path of Exile. A lot of people going back to Path of Exile and other games. Diablo 4 is a hot mess. I liked it when it came out, and then they nerfed everything, man. Ugh. So, all right, game, yes or no? I'm not going to be insulted. If you guys don't want another game, I just jump off and we'll do a double header tonight. If we do a game now, it'll be a single game tonight. At least of this. The Age of Wonders 4. Yeah, great game. All right, so is this going to be Mariners Cubs or Tigers Mets? And let you guys decide. Tex Aggs isn't here. I'll tell you what. Since he's not here, let's wait on the Cubbies till like maybe we'll catch him here tonight. So let's do the 1933 Tigers and 68 Mets, since neither of those owners are here. So it's going to be Tommy Bridges versus Tom Seaver. So let's go. This code down to its last vestiges. All right, this game is going to be played at Shea Stadium. So once again, a beautiful ballpark, courtesy of the crazy hard work by our good friend here, Michael Silva. Again, sorry guys, no designated hitter. No designated hitter. In fact, there's only a couple teams here that would have been able. A few of the teams could have used the DH, but I decided against it. Get enough of it in the Shanks League, which is good, and what have you. All right, here we go. For the visiting 1933 Detroit Tigers, leading off in left field, G. Walker. Batting second at shortstop, Billy Rogel. Batting third at second base, Charlie Gehringer. Batting in the cleanup spot at first base, Hank Greenberg. Batting fifth in right field, John Stone. Batting sixth, center fielder, Pete Fox. Batting seventh at the hot corner, Marv Owen. Batting eighth and catching, Ray Hayworth. And taking the hill and batting ninth, Tommy Bridges. So Bridges for these 1933 Tigers went 14 and 12 in the regular season with a 3.09 earned run average, a 1.30 WHIP, 4.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 4.2 walks. For the hometown 1968 Mets. So interesting, both of these teams one year away from a World Series. The Tigers would face the Cardinals in the 1934 series, and of course, the Mets, the Amazons, doing it all in 1969. Leading off at second base, Ken Boswell. Batting second in right field, Ron Swoboda. Batting third in left field, Cleon Jones. Batting cleanup at third base, Ed Charles. Batting fifth, first baseman, Ed Kranepool. Batting sixth, catching, Jerry Grody. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. Batting eighth in center field, Tommy Aging. And batting ninth, Tom Terrific, Mr. Seaver in 1968. Went 16 and 12, a 2.20 earned run average, a whip of 0.98, 6.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, and only 1.6 walks. Computer pretty much giving this even for these teams, but definitely Seaver as expected, should get the nod here for a pregame prediction here as far as the pitching matchup. Let's get to Shea Stadium. I just want to make sure. Let's look at our camera views. Should be okay. All right, let's go. Aaron Reed, welcome in. Well, Stephen MV doing a when we kicked this off the other night. Stephen MV doing some F-ball and basketball on Steve's channel, so that was a big 4-hour marathon. So good stuff. All right, welcome to Shea Stadium. Beatles played the first ever stadium concert here, and awesome stuff. Billy Joel closed it, but a surprise appearance by Paul McCartney, so a nice little bookend. All right, G. Walker will lead it off here. Again, single elimination tournament. In 1933, Walker with a 280 average, 64 ribbies, 9 home runs. Let's take a fly around Shea Stadium, and beautiful work by Michael Silva for this legendary old ballpark. And Seaver deals to Walker. Walker swings, and this one hard ground ball to third, fielded cleanly by Charles, and he fires on to Ed Kranepool for out number 1. Billy Rogel with a 295 average, 57 runs batted in. No homers in 1933 for the lefty. Seaver has the sign from Grody. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Rogel. Rogel swings, and this one line to left, and this will get down for a base hit. So the Tigers pick one up here as that one gets down on a hop to Cleon Jones. So Billy Rogel with some speed at first base, and here's Hall of Famer Charlie Gehringer, 325 average in 1933, 105 ribbies, 12 home runs. Seaver has the sign from Grody, checks Rogel at first, count even 2-2, swing and a miss. Charlie Gehringer goes down swinging on a nice slider there by Tom Seaver. So 2 away for Hank Greenberg. Greenberg, 301 average in 1933, 12 home runs, 87 runs batted in. Seaver deals, and Hank Greenberg looks at a called strike 3. This fastball right on the black. We go to the bottom of the first. Detroit had a hit, stranded a runner. It's the Tigers nothing in the 1968 New York Mets coming to bat. Leading off here will be Ken Boswell, 261 average, 11 ribbies, 4 home runs. Tommy Bridges ready to work. Ray Hayworth with the sign. Tommy Bridges with the wind and the 0-1 pitch to Ken Boswell. Boswell cuts on this one, dribbler to first, and fielding it nicely is Hank Greenberg, tossing to Tommy Bridges for the 3-1 put out. So 1 down for Ron Swoboda, 242 average for him. 59 ribbies, 11 home runs. Bridges with the 1-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ron Swoboda will grab some pine. Nice fastball there by Tommy Bridges. That's his first strikeout of the game. And here's Cleon Jones, 297 average. 55 ribbies, 14 home runs for him. Jones batting from the right. Bridges has the sign from Hayworth. The payoff pitch coming into Cleon Jones. Jones swings at one off the plate on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Tommy Bridges. The Mets go in order. We go to the top of the second, and we are scoreless. So let's look at, well, when he comes up, let's look at Greenberg right now. Let's look at his real-life stats. So this is very, very early in his career, Todd. He will certainly pick that up. In fact, the following year, 1934, Greenberg goes yard 26 times and 35. He goes for 36 home runs. 1936, I'm not sure. I think he was injured. Something. Only 1 home run that year, but then threatens Babe Ruth's record in 1938 with 58. So Hank Greenberg, a lifetime 331 home runs in a career. Lost some time to the Second World War. And actually his rookie year 1930, and then doesn't come back until 1933. So what a great player. Finished out with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Connor's Corner was briefly Greenberg Gardens in Forbes Field. All right, here's John Stone. John Stone. It'll be Stone, Fox, and Owen due up for the Detroit Tigers. John Stone with a 280 average, 80 ribbies, 12 home runs. Seaver has already struck out 2. Tom Terrific with the payoff pitch to John Stone, and John Stone is not going to catch up with that fastball. Third strikeout for Tom Seaver, and here is Pete Fox. So, all right, I always like to put out just a little bit of, not that we start yelling at each other or anything like that, but for you guys, I mean, I know for many, many people, Tom Seaver would be listed as one of the top 10 pitchers in all of baseball. So here's what I'm asking. On a top 10 list, what number would you put Seaver? So is he the greatest of all time? Is he the 10th? So if you did a top 10 list and Seaver had to be on it, where would you put Tom Seaver? All right. So Pete Fox now, 7 home runs in 1933, 57 ribbies, a 288 average. And Seaver's 1-2 delivery to Fox, fastball, swing and a miss. And that one out of the strike zone. So Seaver showing complete mastery out on the hill, getting the Tigers to chase a couple out of the strike zone. So 4 strikeouts, 2 down here for the third baseman, Marv Owen, 262 average, 65 ribbies, 2 home runs. Tom Seaver deals. Owen cuts in this first pitch, and this one, hard grounder to third base, and Ed Charles has it, and he will fire onto first for the out. The Tigers go in order. We go to the bottom of the second, and we are scoreless. Todd B says back half. Okay, so big clue clearing up about Hank Greenberg. So it was a wrist injury he sustained at the start of the 1935 World Series. Was re-injured the next spring. Okay, thank you, Big Clue. So you're going to avoid my question and put it this way. From late in his career until Roger Clemens eclipsed him about 20 years later, Seaver was the greatest living pitcher. Okay, fair enough. Big Clue saying between Steve Cohen's wallet, yeah, oh my God, right? And David Stearns running baseball operations, the Mets will be a force to reckon with in the near future. As a Pirate fan, I have to grudgingly agree. The Mets are going to be, yeah, definitely. Big Clue, you nailed it, man. All right, it's going to be Ed Charles, Ed Kranepool, and Jerry Grody due up for the Metropolitans. So Ed Charles in 1968 with a 276 average, 53 ribbies, 15 home runs. Tommy Bridges has struck out 2 in this game. The 0-2 coming into Ed Charles. And strike 3 called. And that one a little screwball action by Tommy Bridges. He picks up his 3rd whiff of the game. And here comes Ed Kranepool. 1 down here in the Mets' second. Kranepool, 231 average, 20 ribbies, 3 home runs in the long, hot summer of 1968. Bridges deals. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Kranepool. And Kranepool cuts on this one. And liner to center field, but back into the glove of Pete Fox. Nice play. So 2 up, 2 down now for the catcher, Jerry Grody. 282, 31 ribbies, 3 trips downtown. Tommy Bridges has the sign from the catcher, Ray Hayworth. Here is the wind. The 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. Nice fastball. Tommy Bridges picking up a strikeout. The Mets go in order. We go to the 3rd. No score in this single elimination between the 1933 Tigers and the 1968 New York Mets. Again, 2 teams, just 1 season away from a World Series. And it will be Ray Hayworth, Tommy Bridges, and G. Walker due up for Steve Tate's 1933 Detroit Tigers. Hayworth with a 245 average in 1933 with 45 ribbies, including a home run. Tom Seaver with a 2-1 delivery to Hayworth. And Hayworth swings, and this one a dribbler to 3rd. And in plenty of time, Ed Charles corrals it and fires onto Ed Kranepool for the 5-3 putout. So every year, and I don't know what made me think about this, and I know I'll probably only have 2 people, but I'm going to do something in February on Super Bowl Sunday. So every year I do something baseball related, reading some books, watching some, a baseball movie, playing some baseball games. So this year I'm going to try something to be a combination of live broadcasts, um, some Ernie Harwell, some old time baseball, Tony La Russa, some chats. I am going to try to do a kind of baseball marathon. Starting, I think the festivities for that stupid game start sometime around 1 in the afternoon. It goes till 10 at night. I am going to try. I'm even going to have dinner up here that I will eat while Ernie calls a game. And again, for the 2 of you that might be interested, it's going to be a baseball marathon all day, regardless of who else is broadcasting, because I know I'm the only baseball only fan in this community. So I don't want to ask others, unless they'd like to kind of tandem and do a complete baseball marathon. But that's what I'm hoping to do. Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, on Super Bowl Sunday, complete baseball, about 10 hours worth, a combination of a ton of games. Exactly. And again, if there are other broadcasters that would like to do it, then that would even be better. But I know everybody else, at least the other content creators here, are F-ball fans. So I'm doing it regardless, man. So hopefully a couple of you will join. Looking forward at least to Big Clue. I think Big Clue and Ken Castro I certainly can count on. So Bernie Strom is in here. Bernie, a belated Rosh Hashanah to you. So yeah, shalom, and a wonderful coming year for you and all that. So Bernie said so many variables in judging pitchers, hard to list. Sorry, certainly a great pitcher. Good one. So Bernie, welcome in, man. Thank you. All right, back to the ball game. One more reminder, guys. If you have a previous edition of Action PC Baseball, you haven't picked it up, use your upgrade code and you can pick up the game. Use the word upgrade. You can get it for 14 bucks. Todd B letting us know. Dave Cook is awesome. What can you say, man? All right, it'll be Tommy Bridges now here batting with 1 down. Tom Seaver deals. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Bridges. And Bridges looks at this one on the inside corner. And this one, strikeout number 5. That one just froze Tommy. So Tommy versus Tom in this game. And so far, 1 hit in this game. That tells the tale. Back at the top of the order for Detroit, G. Walker, 0-1. Seaver deals. Walker, first pitch swinging, lined over third, over the head of Ed Charles into left field. So Detroit picking up its 2nd hit of the game. Cleon Jones getting the ball back into shortstop Bud Harrelson. G. Walker has some superb speed. Have a quick look here at G. His real life stats. And in 1933, he stole 26 bases. So definite speed on the pads. And here's Billy Rogel. He is 1 for 1, so he owns one of the 2 Tiger hits in this game. And the other guy that owns the other one is on first. 2 down. Seaver checks the speedy Walker at first. Jerry Grody, pretty good arm behind the dish. Here's the pitch. The runner goes. Grody comes up firing. The tag, not in time. G. Walker steals into scoring position. So the Tigers threatening here with 2 down in the top of the 3rd. Rogel back in the box, or Rogel, I'm sorry. Payoff pitch. Billy Rogel swings, and this one grounded deep to second, and the Tigers are turned away as the throw goes on to Ed Kranepool, retiring the side, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, scoreless here at Shea Stadium. Where is it? All right. Bernie, I will post the link in chat. This thing is brilliant. And now, after the game, I'll post the link in chat, and I'll show it to you. It's good. Forget the one that comes in out of the park with out of the park baseball. This one is awesome. I'll show it to you, and then while I'm doing that, I can put the link in chat so that the sound doesn't count out on the game. All right, bottom of the third, it's going to be Bud Harrelson, Tommy Agee, and Tom Seaver due up for the Mets. Harrelson in 1968, a 219 average, 14 ribbies for him. Tommy Bridges has fanned 4. We have a pitcher's duel. 2-2 pitch now to Bud Harrelson, who swings on this one. Harmless grounder to first. And taking it will be Hank Greenberg, and the little underhanded toss to Tommy Bridges for the 3-1 putout. 1 up, 1 down now for Tommy Agee. Hitting just .217 back in 1968 with 17 ribbies, 5 home runs. Tommy Bridges winds and fires the 2-0 pitch. And Agee swings. This one line to right. This one's got distance. It's going to go to the wall. Extra bases. Tommy Agee with his speed. Does he pull in? He'll stop there with the 1-out double. And Agee with great speed, looking at his stats in 1968. Tommy Agee with 13 steals. Tommy Agee could get around the base paths quickly. Here's Tom Seaver now. Seaver, a 158 hitter in 1968, and he batted in 3. Bridges checks the speedy Agee. Hayworth, just an average arm for the Tigers behind the plate. Bridges comes home with it, and the runner goes, and Hayworth comes up, and he's going to hold on to the ball. So Tommy Agee stealing third, uncontested. 1 down, the Mets threatening to take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Seaver back in the box, the count even at 2-2. Seaver, a rip and a miss, so nice fastball. Tommy Bridges not playing around. So that's strikeout number 5 for Bridges, and back at the top of the order here for the Mets. And Ken Boswell, who is 0-for-1. The Mets just 1 hit in this game, and that's the guy who was on third, Tommy Agee. So doubled and stole third. Boswell, the lefty, waits for Bridges. Big pitch here for Tommy out of the stretch, and he's 2-2 to Boswell. Swing and a miss. Tommy Boswell comes through with the big strikeout. That fastball, 94 on the gun. Side retired. We go to the fourth. No score. Tom Seaver to face Charlie Gehringer, Hank Greenberg, and John Stone. So Gehringer in the game, 0-for-1. Seaver has struck out 5 through 3. The 1-1 pitch to Gehringer. Gehringer swings. This one, fly ball right field, ranging in, making a kind of a jogging play on that is Ron Swoboda, waving off Tommy Agee for out number 1. Hammer and Hank Greenberg now, 0-for-1. Seaver deals. Greenberg on the first pitch sends this one sinking liner to center, but Agee with excellent range out there, a Gold Glove center fielder, makes the catch on the Greenberg sinking liner. So 2 down here in the top of the fourth, and it brings up the right fielder, John Stone. Seaver lets it go, the 0-1 to Stone. Stone swings, and this one, hard liner to right. This one will be extra bases, 2 outs. Caromming out there on right field, John Stone at second, and he will pull in with a 2-out stand-up double. So, hopefully you guys are having some fun. Yeah, Bart, this is, so Out of Park 24 is, yeah, definitely, what a major improvement. And I'm looking forward to what they have up their sleeve. This game releasing always usually around opening day. So it's usually, right, if you're a baseball digital simmer, right, the first one that's going to come out toward the new season, Action PC in December, and then usually this and Digital Diamond Baseball will release roughly at the same time. Yeah, and then, of course, the other games out there as well, too. I'm not sure when PC Replay releases, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to them adding an announcer to this game. Or Action PC, like something like Ernie Harwell would be amazing. 2 down, John Stone at second, scoring position here for the Tigers. And Pete Fox, 0-for-1. Seaver with a check of Stone, not really a very fast runner. Here's the pitch. Pete Fox swings. This one, just a little one-hopper to first, and Kranepool will make the play himself. So the Tigers strand 1 in scoring position. The saga continues. We are scoreless here in this single elimination game. in this MV Tosser League. So bottom of the fourth here, and Tommy Bridges to face Ron Swoboda, Cleon Jones, and Ed Charles for the Mets. Bridges has fanned 6. New York has managed 1 hit off of him. The Tigers only 3 hits off of Tom Terrific. Bridges with the payoff pitch to Ron Swoboda. Swoboda swings, fly ball, center field, good contact, and this one will bounce off the wall. Swoboda has himself at least a double, and that's what it's going to be. Leadoff double here for the Mets on that 3-2 pitch. And here's Cleon Jones. Swoboda, let's have a look at him in terms of what he can do on the bases. So only 8 steals, but he will pick his spots, and he could pick one against Hayworth here as we get into the middle innings here. So Tommy Bridges to deal to Cleon Jones, who is nothing for 1. The 0-2 pitch to Jones, and Jones come back to the mound. Bridges' only play will be to first and fires on to Greenberg to retire Cleon Jones, but moving to third on the play is Ron Swoboda. So the Mets looking to get their first run here in the bottom of the fourth as the third baseman Ed Charles comes in. Charles nothing for 1. Again, just 2 hits off of Tommy Bridges from the stretch. The count even on Charles at 2-2, and he swings. This one grounded to short. They're going to come home, and they got him. Ron Swoboda is out. Good play. Billy Regel making the nice, easy glove on that. It's short, and that one deserves, considering what's going on in this game, a nice little look. So good play. Regel to Hayworth, and Swoboda is dead man sliding. So 2 out, Ed Charles at first. Charles has decent speed, and here's Ed Kranepool. So big play, heads up play by Billy Regel to get the runner at home. Charles at first, and here's Ed Kranepool. He is nothing for 1. Bridges with the 1-1 delivery to Kranepool, and this one is going to be a wild pitch, and Ed Charles advances to second base. Tigers glad that wild pitch didn't come 1 batter sooner. So the Mets, again with a runner in scoring position, 2 down, and a 3-1 pitch to Ed Kranepool, and they're saying that that fastball was low in the dirt. Bridges not agreeing, but there you go. So 2 Mets on, and here is Jerry Grote, nothing for 1. Bridges has the sign from Ray Hayworth. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Grote just couldn't get to that fastball. 2 base runners stranded in the inning by the Metropolitans. And again, an excellent play by Regel to Hayworth to get Ron Swoboda at home. We go to the top of the 5th inning. We are scoreless here at Shea Stadium. Pinch hitter now for the 1933 Detroit Tigers will be JoJo White. White, a .252 hitter in 1933 with 34 runs batted in, 2 round trippers. Tom Seaver has struck out 5. 5 hits in this game, 3 for the Tigers, 2 for the Mets. Tom Seaver winds and fires to JoJo White. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that was just nothing but a good old-fashioned fastball there by Tom Seaver. 1 out now, and here is Ray Hayworth. Nothing for 1 for the Detroit catcher. Seaver working quickly. Here's the 0-2 to Hayworth. And Hayworth, this one, just a little dribbler to third, and gloving it is Ed Charles, and he will fire onto Ed Kranepool for the 5-3 putout. So 2 Tigers up, 2 Tigers out, and Tommy Bridges, nothing for 1. Seaver to his mound opponent. The 2-2 pitch. Bridges struck out last time and will strike out this time. And that one with a slider. Seaver picking up another strikeout. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score. One of these teams will advance. One will go home. And it will be Bud Harrelson, Tommy Agee, and Tom Seaver. And let's just look around here. So we have a defensive substitution. Heine Schubel will be playing third base for the 1933 Tigers. So JoJo White came in as a pinch hitter, and he will sit down. All right, Bridges with 7 strikeouts and a walk. No score here. Tommy Bridges with the 2-1 delivery to Harrelson. Harrelson swings, hard liner to third, taken on the short hop by Schubel, and he will fire on to Hank Greenberg for out number 1. Good play there at third base. Let's look at this guy really quickly, see what kind of playing time he got in 1933. So, short career, actually. Had only 104 plate appearances, appeared in 49 games for the 1933 Tigers. Again, a great feature that I would like to see incorporated into Action PC Baseball, being able to look at a player's entire career. All right, Tommy Agee, 1 for 1. One of only 2 Mets hits off of Tommy Bridges. Here's the one away delivery. Agee swinging on the first pitch. Hard ground ball to first. This is going to be close, and they do just get Tom. Oh my God, that was close, close, close. So Greenberg just gets that one to Tommy Bridges to retire Tommy Agee. So 2 away, and here's Tom Terrific, 0 for 1. Bridges not wasting time. The count even at 2-2. Seaver struck out his last time and will repeat that now. New York Mets go in order. We go to the 6th. Still scoreless. Tom Seaver will face G. Walker, Billy Rigel, and Charlie Gehringer. G. Walker 1 for 2. Owner of 1 of 3 Detroit hits against Tom Seaver. Seaver with a 1-2 delivery to Walker. Walker swing and a miss. Slider, beautiful slider coming in there by Tom Seaver down the heart of the plate. 1 out, and that's strikeout number 8 for Seaver. So pitchers both mowing him down. 15 strikeouts for these pitchers total in this game. Billy Rigel, 1 for 2. The 1-1 pitch. Rigel shows bunt and bunts this one back to the mound. Seaver could take all day for that one. So Rigel trying to get something going and nothing doing for Charlie Gehringer. Gehringer 0 for 2. The lefty waits for the Seaver delivery, the 2-0 pitch to Gehringer. Gehringer cuts on this one, harmless ground ball to second, fielded easily by Boswell for the 4-3 putout. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score. Tension mounting here at Shea Stadium. Ken Boswell, Ron Swoboda, Cleon Jones due up for the 68 Mets. Tommy Bridges, I correct myself, has 8 strikeouts. So he is even with Seaver. Bridges with the 1-1 to Ken Boswell. Boswell swings. This one lined right. And this will get down for a base hit. So getting to the ball, John Stone getting it into the infield. Boswell with some speed. Let's check his totals really quickly in terms of steals. So he only stole 7, but in an era where there weren't a lot of stolen bases. A threat to steal, definitely, and considering a average arm behind the plate. So we saw that with Tommy Agee stealing 3rd uncontested earlier in the game. Tommy Bridges checks Boswell at first, and Art Shamsky will come in to pinch hit. Shamsky's numbers in 1968, a .238 hitter, 48 ribbies, 12 home runs for Shamsky. All right, so lefty waiting for the righty, Tommy Bridges. The 1-1 pitch to Shamsky, and the runner goes. Shamsky gets the bunt down to first. It's a good one. So Shamsky gets the sacrifice done, and Boswell moves into scoring position for the New York Mets. 1 down now. Cleon Jones, 0 for 2. Tommy Bridges with the payoff pitch to Jones. And strike 3 on the outside corner. That is strikeout number 9. That one froze Cleon Jones. Tommy Bridges and Tom Seaver. I mean, line score identical for these teams, 0-3 and 0. Tommy Bridges, 1 strikeout up on Tom Seaver, 9 for him, 9 for Bridges, 8 for Seaver. And here's Ed Charles, 0 for 2. Tommy Bridges with the 0-1 delivery. He grounded out to Rigel the last time up. And this one, soft little liner out to short, and Rigel will go out on the outfield grass and make the play. So side retired, 1 runner left in scoring position. We go to the 7th inning here at Shea Stadium. It's the 1968 Mets and the 1933 Tigers scoreless in this round one single elimination game. My God. Where do I have Seaver all time? Good question. You're gonna put me on the bubble here. Let me think about that, Big Clue, because I do think he is. I would put Seaver all time. I would probably maybe around 7. I don't think he's the greatest pitcher ever in baseball. You guys know who I think that is. But Seaver, I would say 7. I would say 7 definitely, because there's guys that come to mind to me that were, and I'm not even going to go to the dead ball guys. Bob Gibson, I've got to give Gibson a nod. Carl Hubble, Lefty Grove. And I know if Robert would be listening to this, he'd be no. But yeah, definitely, come on. But of all the great pitchers in history, for me, I'd say about number 7. And Big Clue. So asking, is there an all-time decade team out there that has separate decades teams for the AL and NL? No, but if you want, I would gladly make one. And I'm guessing you would like that in Action PC Baseball. I can make it if you want. Let me know. I'll do it. I'd be glad. I think that'd be fun. I need something creative to do. Since I already set up some other stuff that I'm doing, I'd love to do that. But there's none that I'm aware of. Unless you talk about some of the stuff that Steve Tate has done and Zepp has done, averaging out. So, yeah, I guess there sort of is. So, but if you're talking about each year by splitting the decade into 2 teams each, yeah, could definitely do that. Steve anything that Steve make would be better. If I would do it, I would just do it straight from the Baseball History Collection, as I think it's an excellent product, and Steve agrees. So I would love to do that, man. Thank you for the idea. Yeah, Ken would lose it. So we'd have like an 1880s National League and American Association. I think that would be crazy. 1890s would be kind of because you just pretty much have the National League, because I think the American Association's demise came in 1892, I think. Surprised not to see Cousin Ken here today. John Haber saying that Seaver is somewhere around Greg Maddux. Yeah, for me, Greg Maddux, excellent, great pitcher, certainly one of the greatest. I always sensed that Greg Maddux had this just uncanny kind of beautiful mix of the science and art of pitching. Greg Maddux was, oh my God, every time my Pirates had to face Greg Maddux, it was just like, oh, this is going to suck. So, big fan of Greg Maddux, and a big fan of Tom Seaver. And saying a lot, because, especially with Seaver, I'm not really a fan of the New York Mets, but kind of forgiven Darryl Strawberry calling, they're kind of crap they were throwing at the Buccos in the mid-'80s, because, well, they deserved it, but still. I like the Mets now that they're an older franchise, right? They're, 61 years in baseball. So to me, I don't consider them a new team anymore. Yeah, Greg Maddux was crazy, right? Big Clue says, yeah, there's a reason Greg's brother Mike is one of the best respected pitching coaches out there. Yeah. So Big Clue giving the edge to Seaver over Maddux. Tough call. Greg Maddux. And he had that, he could get away with that. It was like he would, sometimes you look at hitters. And Maddux knew he was going to K the guy, or he was going to get him to chase, or he was going to get him to, just a little ground out. And Maddux wasn't afraid of anybody. Neither was Seaver. These guys come at you. Bob Gibson, no fear. It's just Gibson, to me, was why I give him the edge. Again, in that, these guys were pitching in that kind of same era. Bob Gibson was just, well, come on. You're not going to argue. We're talking about Seaver, Maddox, and Gibson, and those three names deserve to be said in the same breath. Bloody legends. All right, Hank Greenberg, nothing for two. Tom Seaver to deal. Full count coming into Greenberg. Greenberg tried to hold up, and he can not do it. And Tom Seaver says, all right, I'm challenging you with a fastball, Hank. If you can hit it, good. Hank couldn't hit it. So we're getting into the Gloman here at Shea Stadium. So the lights will start to come on. And that is strikeout number 9 for Seaver. And here comes John Stone in a very tense game here. John Stone 1 for 2. Tom Seaver winds and deals. The count even at 2-2. Stone doubled his last time up. And this one popped foul left-hand side. And making the grab is Ed Charles in the nice hustle. So 2 away now. Pete Fox nothing for 2. Seaver rubbing up the ball. Winds and fires. The count 2-2. Fox grounded out his last time up, and this time hardliner center field, and angling under it and making the catch is Tommy Agee. So we go to the middle of the 7th, and it's still 0-0. Take a little slug of water here. Yeah, right. So when you're dealing with guys, you're right. Big Clue saying when you're dealing with guys that good, it is sometimes feel like splitting hairs. It really does. So many great pitchers. Oh my God. And here we are, man. How blessed are we, whether it's cards and dice or digital, to be able to sort of quote unquote see these players play again, you know? Here's another great pitcher we could talk about, not in this game. But the guy that wouldn't have made the Hall of Fame as a pitcher, Babe Ruth. And I know that the guys in this chat, everybody that comes into our channel, knows that Babe Ruth was a dominant pitcher. But I'm not sure that the casual baseball fan is aware of that. And I will offer this, and to take nothing away from Shohei Ohtani, but all the casual baseball fans making this big deal about Shohei Ohtani like he was the first guy who could be a superb pitcher and a great power hitter. And it's like, well, there was this guy from Maryland who says, hold my beer and 12 hot dogs. I should say 6 beers and 12 hot dogs. By the way, I wanted to ask you guys, because some of you are keeping up on the current season of baseball, what happened with Shohei Ohtani? Right, last thing I read, it was like his locker was just emptied. So what happened with Shohei Ohtani? And the Angels, what is the deal, man? And where's he going? I have no idea. But I read that yesterday. Like, what's going on here? What are they thinking out there on the left coast? All right, Ed Kranepool, Jerry Grody, and Bud Harrelson due up here in the bottom of the 7th. No score. What a fantastic pitcher's duel this one is. These guys are just bringing it. Tommy Bridges and Tom Seaver. The 2-0 delivery to Ed Kranepool. And Kranepool lines this one to right. This one is high. This one is out. Tom, oh my God, great play out there by John Stone making the catch. I thought that one was going to rattle about for a double. Let's have a look at that. Once again, this one 106.3 miles an hour off the bat of Ed Kranepool. But watch Stone. Nice play. All right, 1 away. So, it was an oblique injury, according to Bernie. Big Clue says that Ohtani tore his UCL again, trying to avoid Tommy John surgery for the 2nd time. I'd say Ohtani's playing with fire. So, the Los Angeles Angels kept playing him as a hitter until other injuries occurred. He's finally shut it down for the year, but still undecided about whether Tommy John or some lesser surgery. He's hoping for the latter. It's definitely tanked what he'll get in free agency. You know what? What he ought to do is do what Smokey Joe Wood did. And, after Smokey Joe Wood slipped in the grass, hurt his pitching hand, just kind of reinvented himself as a fine position player. And Shohei Ohtani, I think, should just, I don't know. I think he, he could DH, I don't know. But if he wants to pitch, I really think he should do the Tommy John surgery. But John Haber reminding us, Babe Ruth, and that record stood for decades. Babe Ruth pitching 29 plus scoreless innings in the World Series. So, yeah, I thought the Dodgers were going to go after him as well. Big Lou says without the pitching, Ohtani is just Jordan Alvarez. Jerry Grody now bats with one down. Bud Harrelson waits on deck in this scoreless game. 2-2 pitch to Jerry Grody, who was struck out last time. Jerry Grody this time, hard ground ball to short. And Billy Rogel throws it on the run and makes the 6-3 putout. So we have 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th now as Bud Harrelson comes to the plate. He's nothing for 2. Tommy Bridges with the 0-1. Harrelson swings, and just a little roller down the first base line, and Greenberg will take that one unassisted. 7 in the books here at Shea Stadium. Still no score. Tom Seaver will face Heine Schubel, who came in to play third base after JoJo White had pinch hit, and then Ray Hayworth and Tommy Bridges. So the bottom of the Detroit order. Schubel making his first plate appearance in the game. Here's the pitch, the 0-2, and Seaver picks up his 10th strikeout. Another fastball by Seaver, just a little bit inside in the middle of the plate. Ray Hayworth, nothing for 2. Seaver has the sign. The 0-1 pitch to Ray Hayworth. Hayworth swings. This one, lazy fly ball to center, but Agee covering as the wind taking a little bit and makes the catch. 2 Tigers away here comes Tommy Bridges, and you got to think Detroit's going to allow him to hit with 2 down. The 0-2 delivery to Bridges, and Bridges at least connects on a slow roller to short, but Bud Harrelson has plenty of time to retire Tommy Bridges. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it will be Tommy Agee, Tom Seaver, and Ken Boswell for the Mets. Tommy Bridges at 101 pitches, 9 strikeouts, so 1 behind Seaver. I did not expect this kind of pitching duel, and Tommy Bridges was a fine pitcher, by the way. Really, really a fine pitcher. So, yeah, here I'm looking at his batting like in Egypt, right? So, let's look. There's a 3.09 earner on average. His ERA plus is 1.29, and again, this is a sub 500 team, and Tommy Bridges goes 14-12 that year, so pretty good. Didn't give up a lot of home runs. So, but pitching just a good, tough game. Tommy Bridges in his career, 1,674 strikeouts. So, kind of a lot of walks though too. So I wonder if he was like a comparable, certainly not in the league of Nolan Ryan, but looking at these higher strikeouts and walks, I wonder if he was more like a Nolan Ryan type pitcher. Interesting. But he's mowing them down today. All right, here is Tommy Agee to lead it off. Bridges with a 1-2 delivery to Tommy Agee, who grounded out his last time up. And that's strikeout number 10 for Tommy Bridges. That one coming on a changeup. 20 strikeouts for these pitchers. Here's Tom Seaver, nothing for 2. He K'd his last time up. The 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. And Seaver not happy about that one. Is that one, but it's in there. So that is Tommy Bridges now with his 11th strikeout. It's back at the top of the order. Ken Boswell, whoever wins this game, props to both of these pitchers just magnificently. This is looking like this is almost like Walter Johnson and Rube Waddell dueling it out here. It's amazing. All right, Ken Boswell, 1 for 3. Tommy Bridges deals full count to Boswell. And Tommy Bridges, this one missing fastball on the outside corner. And that is the second walk issued by Tommy Bridges. Boswell with speed on first, and here's Art Shamsky, who came in to pitch hit, stays in to play left field. First plate appearance in this game. The 1-0 delivery to Shamsky. Actually, he had a sacrifice bunt last time, I'm sorry. So this one, fly ball, center field. The lights are on here. It's Shea and Pete Fox making the catch in center field. A runner left on. We go to the 9th inning. And it will be the top of the order for the Tigers. G. Walker, Billy Rogel, and Charlie Gehringer. A good little barn burner here going. It's anybody's game. One swing of the bat could end it all. It'll be Walker, Rogel, and then Gehringer. And should Gehringer get on, we will see Hammer and Hank Greenberg. When we get to the New York 9th, it will be Cleon Jones, Ed Charles, and Ed Kranepool. Seaver at 105 pitches, 10 strikeouts. Grody sets the target. Seaver wheels and deals to G. Walker, and Walker swings. This one grounded past short into center field. Harrelson making a nice try at that play, but unable to get to that hard rat ball by G. Walker, and G. Walker with speed. So here we go, Tigers. Billy Rogel 1 for 3 in this game. Seaver checks Walker at first. Kranepool waiting for the throw over from Tom Seaver. The 0-1 delivery. The runner goes, and up with it is Jerry Grody, and G. Walker caught stealing. That could be huge, baseball fans. Rogel back in there now. The 0-2 pitch. Rogel swings, and this one, a little soft number back to the mound, and that caught stealing does hurt. I don't think Seaver makes that play had G. Walker not been caught stealing, so the Tigers could have had 2 runners on base with a much speedier G. Walker at second. At least that's my kind of take on it. So Billy Rogel with a little less speed on at first, but still a threat. And here is Charlie Gehringer, certainly a bat not to be trifled with. 0 for 3, though, on the day. Gehringer had 12 home runs in 1933 for the Motor City Cats. Grody sets the target. Good throw by Jerry Grody to get G. Walker. He had a good jump off first. Seaver deals the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and this one, long fly ball left field, but making the catch is Tommy Agee, covering that center field pasture very, very well. And we will see a pinch hitter now. Earl Webb, 273 hitter in 1933. He was just 3 for 11, so limited playing time. 3 runs batted in for Earl. 2 away, Billy Rogel at first. I know I keep saying Rogel and Rogel. The 2-2 pitch to Webb, and Webb could not hold up. Tom Seaver hits strikeout number 11, the bottom of the 9th inning, and it will be the number 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the New York Mets. Cleon Jones, Ed Charles, Ed Kranepool. Oh my God. John Haber. Yeah, it's Cooney. How you doing, man? It certainly is. So, Big Clue saying Trout was faithful. He could have gotten more from other teams. His last contract that he stayed. Big Clue says it was about money. Angels were never going to be a winning organization while Moreno owned it. Trout too dim to realize that despite years of evidence. Tell you what, though, Mike Trout, you know, come on. 5 years ago, the guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Surprised that some of the clubs with deeper pockets didn't go for aggressively for Mike Trout. But again, Trout not going for the box, but I guess he said he wants to be in the next World Baseball Classic. Mike Trout, one of the good guys in baseball. Dim or bright, whatever. Anyhow, Cleon Jones, here we go. Tommy Bridges at 118 pitches now. 11 strikeouts. So he and Seaver going neck and neck in Ks. Here's the pitch to Cleon Jones. Struck out his last time up. First pitch swinging, and soft fly ball to right field. Coming in on it and making the catch is John Stone in right field. 1 away now. Ed Charles nothing for 3. The 0-2. Ed Charles flied out his last time up. Bridges picks up strikeout number 12. Pulls the string. So nice changeup by Tommy Bridges, landing right down the middle of the plate. 2 down now, and here's Ed Kranepool. Nothing for 2. Hell of a game. Looks like we're going to have extras here. Tommy Bridges works the 3-0 delivery. And this one missing inside, ball 4. So the winning run is aboard for the 1968 New York Mets. And Jerry Grote comes to the plate. Grote, nothing for 3. Does Tommy Bridges have enough to shut down the Mets here and get his Tigers into the 10th inning? When the Tigers come up, if there is a 10th inning, it will be Stone, Fox, and Schubel. Tommy Bridges with the 2-1 delivery to Jerry Grote. Grote swings, and this one line to left, base hit. And going to third, and this one, bad throw. It's a throwing error from left field, and coming home to score. The ball game is over. Oh my God. What a crazy ending to a game. And we're going to look at that one again. The New York Mets defeat the 1968 Mets defeat the 1933 Tigers, and a crazy walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? We can't look at it again either because, let me see, can we? Nope. Oh my God. I wanted to look at it again. Is there any way? There is no way. I wanted to look at the last play. Son of a bitch. Can we do that? Oh, come on. You're not going to let me look at that again. That was nuts. Oh, well. All right. Anyhow, it is what it is. What a crazy, crazy game that was. So I don't have to do the whole recap. You guys saw it. Just look at these final strikeout totals. Classic pitchers duel between Tom Seaver and Tommy Bridges. Tom Seaver comes out on top of the 1-0 victory. And that was on an error. So it was a throwing error from left field that allowed the winning run to score for the New York Mets. Wow. So the New York Mets, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The Detroit Tigers, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. That was just crazy, crazy, crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. This was so much fun. So Tommy Bridges, he doesn't have to worry about hanging his head. No earned runs, 12 strikeouts. And Tom Seaver gets the win, and 11 strikeouts for him. What a game, what a game, what a game. All right, that does it. We'll go ahead and look at our matchups here now. So the New York Mets of 1968 will face the 1973 Pittsburgh Pirates in round 2. The only thing we have left in round 1, we have the 1987 Seattle Mariners against the 1973 Chicago Cubs. Boy, was this fun. All right, so let's go to the main screen here so that I'm going to show Bernie this and then put the link in the chat for him. Whew. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Glad you guys had fun with it. So, Bernie, let me get the link to this all-time greats file, and I'll just show it to you really, really quickly and why I like it. And then I'll get out of here. It's 2:30. I should probably go have breakfast, huh? Is it 2:30? Yeah, something like that. What the hell time is it? Yup, 2:36. All right, let me go to the mods thing here, rosters, and so this is called the all-time MLB Legends rosters, not done by our friend Legends, but he shows his methodology in here, and I really, really, really love this file. So I was going to start making my own, but I want to get through the Nair and Stone book first. And now I'm not sure I even want to. This one, it's that good. All right, so there it is. And let us go with this. I just called it the Myths League. But anyhow, it's a quick start, so you do know you have to bring it in as a quick start. Change it up all you want. So the problem, very quickly with the one that comes with the game. One of the biggest gaffes was Ernie Banks wasn't even on the Cubs team, and the one that comes with the all-time quick start with Out of the Park Baseball. When I had gone through the Pirates, they had Evan Meeks as an all-time great Pirate. Um, it was just, it was really just all kinds of messed up guys in there that just should have been, should not have been. So, but with this one, let's go to the player list here for the Pirates. And this is a proper all time great Pirates. And I've been looking at all the other ones. I'm not so sure about Bednar, except that you do want to get yeah, some newer players in there. So I get why Bednar's in there. But all the suspects here for the Pittsburgh Pirates are here. And this is just their active roster. Um, and then if we go to the reserve roster, just one player right now in the reserve roster is Lloyd Wainer, just because the Pirates have always had great, um, we may see, but there you go. I got Clemente. Look at a couple other teams really quickly. Showed the Phillies yesterday, had Von Hayes at first. Right. So, but the thing is, John, is when we go to that strategy, oh, damn it. I always lose this here. Lineups. There it is, graphical depth chart. So with this, you can switch up anything you want. So that's easy. Click, drag, boom. Set when you want these guys in. So like Claude Ritchie is going to be in every fifth game. Maz is going to be the starting second baseman. Wagner. So Arky Vaughan not going to get a lot of play time, but I did leave the DH on for this league. So Arky Vaughan is the designated hitter for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So in the out of the park included their all-time greats. It was Dave Parker that was always getting the start and right, and I think Roberto Clemente deserves that. Not to take anything away from Dave Parker. Dave Parker will get some playing time. He's not right now on this team, but if we go up here, I could draft Dave Parker pretty easily if he is in this database. And yeah, there he is. I think there's like 8,000 players. This guy really worked hard because working at the player level and out of the park baseball is a drag. So if I wanted to bring Dave Parker on, which might not be a bad idea to put on the reserve list since we only have one right fielder. Really simple, again, for those of you who play out of the park baseball. So right click on the player, all right, right click on his name, and then go to unretire. Okay, so now he's on the free agents list. Okay, since I'm acting as the Pirates, I can just again right click on Dave Parker and I can sign him. He's now a Pittsburgh Pirate. And if I go to the Pirates players list, right now we don't see him here, but he is on the reserve roster. And I can actually right click Parker again and under a transaction, place him on the active roster. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Oh, I will, John. 1 second. Welcome in, Legends. The thing is that's the best way, and that's where Action PC, where I'm spoiled, Legends, is the fact that you don't have to mess with text files. It's just boom, 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 boom. All right, so Philadelphia Phillies, asks John Haber. So Legends, when are we going to see a game from you again? What's going on? You going to do something tonight or what? All right, yeah, Cousin Ken coming in at the end of a doubleheader. One in Action PC Baseball, one here. So we just saw an amazing pitching duel between Tom Seaver and Tommy Bridges. Yeah, and I have a huge text file, Legends, that somebody did on the forums that has everybody, which is nice. But I see something like this, and it's like really, really just love it. All right, let's go to the Phillies home screen and let's look at lineups and their graphical depth charts. So there's what we have. I can change whatever you want, John. I welcome anybody, fans of other franchises. If you don't like who's doing what, I'll change them around. So I'll leave the Phillies up there. 3 espressos all day. Get a move on, says Big Clue. Okay, game of the week will resume tomorrow. Okay, so you're trying to get the website to the update while working. No rest. No rest if you're the editor, right? Trying to get that paper put to bed. So, John, you got Ed Delahanty, Billy Hamilton, and Bobby Abreu as your starting outfield. Your infield from third to first, Mike Schmidt, Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Von Hayes. And again, we can change that. Easy. Jack Clemens catching. Darren Dalton I don't know. I think maybe Darren Dalton should be starting there. Phillies fans would know better. The DH right now is Sherry McGee. But you got Mike Schmidt. Dick Allen. When is Dick Allen? So he's going to get in there about every 20th game at least to get in. So I don't know. I mean, again, if who should be? Would you rather not have Von Hayes at first? Do you want Scott Rowland? Do you want somebody else at first? If you don't see him on the roster, we can do a search up here because again, this guy, it's like 8,000 players to draw from here. Ryan Howard. Do you want Ryan Howard on the team? We can bring in Ryan Howard. He should be here. Let's see. I have to act as the Phillies. I just want to make sure he's here first. Yeah, there he is. Is this the proper Ryan Howard? Yep. So he put a lot of players in here that were retired. So we have a second base, which is let me see, which is the Ryan Howard we want. It's because one's listed at second, one's listed at first. So I'm not really sure what the deal is. Ryan Big Piece Howard, whatever. Let me know. I'll retire one of these guys and bring them on. So first baseman, all right. Well, we'll unretire him, and then we'll sign him. Okay. So now how to do that, guys, is if you're playing, you have to do this in commissioner mode. So right now this is showing me as the Pirates. So the way for me to get, where the hell did he go? I unretired him. Oh, okay. So to get him now, what I have to do, he's in the free agent pool. All right. So I would have to go and act as blah, 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 the Philadelphia Phillies. And then I go to the Phillies. And then right here, you said it's no team. Right click and sign him. And he's a Philly. That's simple. So, but you can only do this in commissioner mode. If you don't play this game in commissioner mode, you can't sign players. You can't move them around. So definitely you want to do that. Now you want Ryan Howard up on the big club. So we will go back to the players list. And right now he's on the reserve roster, and we'll send him up. Transaction, place on active roster. And then we can just go right back up to the active roster. And there he is. So if we want to go to that graphical depth chart and you want to put Ryan Howard in there at first base, we certainly can do that. So we'll take Ryan Howard and we'll replace him with Von Hayes. You're welcome. Yeah, Fred Luderus. Is Luderus in here? No, he's not. I could bring him on, put him on the reserve list. You want to do that? Let's look and see if Fred Luderus is in this particular database. Don't know if he will be. Yep, there he is. So this guy knows his baseball. There's Luderus. All right. So we'll unretire him. We'll put him on the reserve list. Cousin Ken giving out the love here for the dead ball players. All right. So he is unretired. Since we're still acting as the Phillies, I can just sign him right away. He's a Philly. Ta-da! Oh boy, we're gonna get Phillies arguments in here. You know, Legends, I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you're still in here. So when you were talking, when you started doing your Legends League in MLB The Show, was this something that you maybe had tried to attempt using the random draft feature that Out of the Park has? Did you try to do something similar in Out of the Park baseball? Because I know for a long time you were doing a lot of stuff in Out of the Park. I'm just curious how that was kind of born, that idea, because it's really, really good. All right. Any other franchises we should be looking at here, guys, while we're here before we go? Or is that it? I suppose we should look at Bernie's Red Sox, and since he's been really quiet, I'm guessing he's already um, doing this file right now. So here's the Red Sox, and look at their lineups and graphical depth chart. So for the Red Sox in the outfield, you got Yastrzemski, Dewey, and Harry Hooper. Now I might make an executive decision about here. I think and really move Harry Hooper. Hooper belongs in the White Sox, so I think I'm going to trade him or send him to the White Sox. Look at Baseball Reference. Harry Hooper, Hall of Famer. His best years are actually with Chicago White Sox. He's always put on the Red Sox because I guess whatever. I don't know. I guess according to this guy's methodology, a higher WAR. But Hooper really, I think, should be with Chicago White Sox. And Appa agrees because Ken told me on the Appa Bats set, Harry Hooper's on the White Sox. So not that much of an agent. Okay, so Bernie is doing F-ball. All right. So you've done your all-time baseball league in Out of the Park. Okay. I guess that thing is not available anymore. Can't find it, man. But that was players throughout history on fictional teams, which would have been brilliant. I guess that's you don't have that posted on the forums anymore. I would love to play that. All right. Well, anyhow, guys, then with the only other Red Sox stand in here, and he's playing Action PC F-ball. Guess we're going to get out of here. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I'm so glad that Mets Tigers game was as awesome as it was. So I'm going to play a little baseball offline. I don't know, man. I don't know. And there's MV. MV still here. So this is going to be the Von Hayes argument. So I guess if I guess I'm saying for Harry Hooper, he had more league leading categories with Chicago. So standard format, franchise stars back in the MLB The Show 2017. Yeah, best WAR seasons. Yeah, I know that, MV. Yeah, which is good. And this one is much better. Again, you go through these. I mean, yeah, there's missing guys, but I think there's something like 8,000 players in this thing, just in this. So you don't have to go around doing whatever. And this guy hooked up everything nice. And again, I think all the usual suspects are here that you didn't see with the one that is included with Out of Park Baseball. And as I said, one of the big things was that Ernie Banks wasn't even on the team. I'm like, how can you not have? So there he is. So we're going to give Ernie Banks. Actually, I think he should be in every third game. There we go. Love that. We'll leave Ryan Sandberg there. We're going to see a lot of Tinkers to Evers to Chance, but that's fine. That's it. We'll argue with you on that count. Headhurt's trying to refute MV's heresies. Right. I know. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, Legends, I don't think anybody's done anything the way you've done it, and it's brilliant. So, all right, guys, looking forward to that. We only have one game on the MV Tosser League left in round one. We'll do that tonight instead of the doubleheader. We got that out of the way. That'll be the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago Cubs. My thanks to Big Clue. Yeah, Big Clue's only here to outside of baseball. So enjoy if you guys watch F-ball or if you're watching some Major League Baseball, playing some baseball, playing some whatever you're doing. I hope you guys enjoy your day, and we'll catch you sometime tonight for Mariners Cubs to finish round one. Yeah, it's called the MV Tosser League. That's the one that you put the 1935 Braves, and Babe Ruth came in and like faced a batter. Yes, because I put that in the Discord that other night that was coming up at 9:30, and then you and Steve did your madness at the same time, so that's why you missed it. Yeah. So, but it's all good. Thank you to MV, to Big Clue, Resident Heretic, Legend Sports Universe. Thank you very much, man. Always gratified to have you in here. Bernie Strom, John Haber. Thank you, John. I will definitely initiate an email to you later today, this evening. Sakuni007. Thank you very much. I almost said that like RGO Network, but I don't quite have that grr in my voice the way he has it. I thought I saw Todd B in here at some point. Yep, Todd B. Hanging out with us for a little while. Aaron Reed, thank you, Aaron, for coming in. Much appreciated, buddy. David, Baseball Demos, was here. Bart, thank you very much. Bart had some great questions, both about Action PC and observations about out of the park baseball. So good, 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 good. And Baseball Demos, the first one in the ballpark today, and he gets the MV tosser ball complete with effluvia. All right, guys, see you around the batting cage. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. All right. Oh, as an aside, Legends gets the last word. The notion that Von Hayes was better than Wright Howard is an absurd one, says by Legend Sports Universe, as we're going off air here at Ken Castro. McGinnity versus Bucky Waters. Hell of a matchup there later in today's bat. So tonight, if you're there, Cousin Ken, I'm going to do a doubleheader. We're going to try to go on earlier because Robert's not streaming tonight. So game one will be the MV Tosser League, and then game two we'll go back to that Castro McGregor or dead ball 19th century thing. All right, guys. Thank you. Take care.